hydraulic elevators. There was only 2 systems left in the city. The Plaza Hotel, they got condemned, and the Flatiron building, and John Sargent says, we will get it condemned. All right? We used to drive this. I drove this on my very first day. I crashed the elevator. I went down to the pit. They didn't tell, it was a bunch of old men here. I mean, these guys were 60 plus, or maybe probably 70 plus. They're all gone now. They put me on the elevator, they said, drive the elevator. They told me to come down. I hit the rock. There's a big rock in the bottom. I did not know how to stop. They didn't show me. That initialized my understanding of, excuse my language, balls to the wall. That is a true saying. The reason is, this is a 1902 Otis flywheel. This is in the elevator. This is up in the attic. On every elevator, it's just different styles. This is an original. As the cable went around, it did this. When I crashed that elevator, this happened. All right? That elevator was not gonna move. And that mechanic that was cursing at me for 10 minutes, he had to, walk up all the way up to the 21st floor with no freight car to release it. All righty? You can look that up, 1902 Otis flywheel. In the building, you guys all have a computer, you have a monitor. None of that existed way back when. Everybody had a typewriter. You had a big desk, and you had that little L with a typewriter. That guy that did the typewriters in the building, Paul Schweitzer, who's across the street still, and his son Justin, who I was talking to the other day, this is the door handle to his door for 50 years. And I kept it, and the reason I kept it, what's the patent date on that door lock right there?
1899.
1899. So, and Paul's a good guy, so I kept this. You guys were up on the roof. We did that big job. You see some pictures over there. For those of you who don't remember, we demolished the whole roof. And as we were throwing the pieces out into those big green bins, you were picking up a piece, and you were picking up a piece, and you were bringing it back into the building. We're throwing it out. Everybody had 20-pound paperweights on their desk. But this is part of the original. This here, I kind of like these pieces right here. If you look into Sprint, you look at the ceiling, you'll see this nice decorative molding. These 3 pieces were inside their drop ceiling. You've seen they've been doing that HVAC work for the last few months, the way it's going right now. I went in there to look at something. Nobody wanted to climb up there. I climbed up there, and I found these on the floor. What happened was, decades ago, they ran some duct work, and instead of going around the molding, they knocked it out just to go right, and then they dropped it on the floor. What nobody knows, and I really mean nobody except me, and I have the pictures, up in that drop ceiling, the rest of the store is all spray painted white, but in that drop ceiling, all of these are painted red. And so somebody took time decades ago to paint every one of these little florets red, man. It looks really cool up there. I don't think we can talk about the Flatiron if you don't talk about piping and urinals and stop-ups. So Steve Cohen, we're gonna go with Steve. I'm gonna bury that guy today. Sonny, the urinals are not working on the 18th floor. It's not going. It's running, but it's not going down. And I called the plumber in. You kind of snake through the wall. He broke the head on that snake. those big professional snakes. And then he broke another head. He broke 3 heads that day. He goes, we got to come in Saturday, and we're gonna have to cut that piping out. This is 100-year-old urine salt.
Oh.
All right, now check this out. Now, I mean, I'm not going to put my finger there, obviously, but that's the 18th floor, right? 18th floor, top of the building. I wonder what the 2nd floor kind of looks like, right? As you go down and gravity, it just kind of sits there. This will be some of the work that we're doing when you guys leave. Right? We have to repipe and this and that, and we're going to find a lot of stuff like this. All righty? I don't know. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? Some of the stuff on the walls, maybe. You guys make the books. I just try to take the opportunity to get the pictures. Oh, by the way, do not blame me for Donald Trump. That's Tom Dunn's doing. This is Tom Dunn's doing, and that whatever that artwork behind Safrina is, that's his son made that when he was on the 8th grade. He promised to come back and take it next week. We shall see. But Tom Dunn is my boy. Last week, I was working as some lady, listen, I did something else called Untapped Cities. I don't know if you guys saw it. Again, Paul Hockman put it out there, right? Yeah. So a lot of that stuff that you're seeing, just about everything that you're seeing today will be on that. There's a website, Untapped Cities, and you can, the top 10 secrets.
It's out.
Yeah,
I posted on Facebook the other day.
there you go. No, thank you. And you'll see a lot of that. So, but that on there, somebody took the liberty of saying, for tours of the Flatiron building, see Sonny. Who the hell agreed to that? But that lady found that, and she reached out to me. She's from Alabama, Karen Taylor, and she called me from Alabama. I couldn't turn it down. So she came for one day. She came to New York with her husband, and she went on a one-day tour. She bought me this on eBay. This is a June 29th? I don't know.
June 29th.
1902. This is the real paper. This is like the real deal right here. She bought it in this plastic. And the top, the cover page is loose already, but on page 3, before the building opened up, it's the Flatiron building. And I didn't have my glasses on. With my glasses, I was seeing too much. But and I thought this had something to do with the with window cleaning. Stupid me. But it's actually just still 2x4s, and it's still working up on the roof. Alrighty. A lot of women here, so I can tell a lot of stories. But I'm going to tell my Michael Bolton story. I'm 54, Michael Bolton comes into the building, and I'm getting a damn picture of Michael Bolton. And I'm waiting in the lobby, and here he comes, off number 6 car, I can still see it. And I go right into, when I'm back on my knees again. When I'm back on my feet again, sorry. Change the word, that doesn't sound right. When I'm back on my feet, and he goes, 1989. I go, I got him.